Hey, welcome back to Outdoors Engineer. Mitch here. And today it is a brisk bluebird sunny day here in northern Wisconsin. We woke up to about 13 degrees. It's quite a bit different than it was even a week ago here. It's the day after Thanksgiving and it's only about 25, 27 degrees maybe for a high today. And it's just gonna stay below 30 here in the foreseeable future. We're getting knee deep into the beginning of winter. Although we don't have much snow on the ground, it did get a light dusting here this morning. Snow is a-coming. What we have going on today is we're working on filling in the stump hole. You saw it in a previous video. You can see that linked here. And what we did is took the Kioti and removed an old stump that we had sitting there. Because ultimately that spot I want to be a parking area for our RV and perhaps an equipment shed in the future. So I don't want to put topsoil back in that spot where that stump was. I want to fill it in with sand. And the easiest way to get more sand, the cheapest way, is to actually build a borrow pit. This whole area in northern Wisconsin is sand primarily, with a little bit of sandy topsoil on top. And so what I was able to do is go into the woods, cross the driveway, and remove some topsoil, dig down. It's only about 6-8 inches down, and we have tons of sand availability. So I did that, and now we have a little borrow pit with sand. And what I'm doing is just hauling that sand with the Kioti from over on the other side of the driveway to the spot and slowly packing it in. It's a bit of a job, but it's cheap, and I get to be on the tractor. So let me go show you what we got going on with the borrow pit, and then we'll get to moving some sand with the Kioti. All right, this is where I've got the borrow pit. It's just back in the woods. It's actually kind of in a little clearing. This pine tree here is dead, so I probably could actually pull that one out at some point. But as you see, it'd make a heck of a mess if it fell. So we'll just leave it for now. Probably pretty hard to see the depth of this borrow pit. I didn't cut down any trees. I did remove some little white pines that were growing, but not a big deal. It's about 4 to 5 feet deep. There's all the topsoil off to the side. And up on top, again, there's a little cherry tree there, some more white pines, but there's some topsoil I can still remove so that I have a little bit more borrow material to grab onto. So task today is to kind of work and pull some more topsoil out. I'll start down on this edge here and kind of work my way. Probably knock these little white pines over here. I don't need them. I'd rather see some hardwood grow up. And then we'll work to clean up that top area there. Yeah, it's probably pretty hard to tell, but it's a decent sized hole. So we'll start by working and cleaning up this topsoil off the top here so I can get closer to this pine tree. And then start hauling some sand over to the stump hole. I've got quite a stockpile of sand available. I mean, there's a couple roots in it, but I mean, you can see how tall it is. I'm 6 feet tall. So comparatively on the side here, this is probably, I'm probably cut down 4 feet from original ground right here, but got a pretty big surface area, and then it, you know, goes up here, transitions. This worked a lot better to push from the top, because digging from the bottom I was spinning. So this worked a lot better to dig it from the top, push it down. Now I've got a loose stockpile that I can use to fill in the stump hole. So now we can start transporting it, and hopefully we maybe got another hour of daylight. Hopefully we can get it filled in. Otherwise we got tomorrow morning too. So as you may have noticed, I've overworked this tractor a little bit. I don't know if I've overworked. I wouldn't categorize it as that, but the old saying, the wise ones once said is, when you're going to buy a tractor, pick out a size, pick out the tractor you want, and then get the next size up. And I probably should have did that when I got this Kioti CK3510SE. I've noticed a lot lately, I've noticed a lot lately that I've been taking it just to the limit of its capabilities as far as lifting and the work that I'm doing with it. And it just, this video is a perfect example of the extra work that I've been putting into it. You know, I don't think these tractors are made for bulldozing. They're made for lifting up and down. And kind of what I was doing over there with the borrow pit is kind of bulldozing and getting dirt out of the ground. So it works really good for what I need it to, but then I also try to push it to the limit a little bit more. I don't have anything in the works as of yet, but I can foresee myself upgrading tractors. Most likely going to stick with the Kioti. I've got my eyes on DK series, perhaps a 4720, perhaps a 5320. And ultimately, my goal, if I upgrade tractors, it's going to have a cab around it, because playing on an open station in the middle of winter is not fun at all. It's cold, very cold. So being able to have a cab in the winter when I'm pushing snow, doing firewood would make loads of difference.